For kids who build their own tree houses, sometimes the coolest part is that they manage to stay up in the tree in the first place. But as adults, our standards grow and evolve, and we don't want to settle for any less than the most awesome tree house possible. In this video, we'll show you 10 of the coolest tree houses in the world. You'll wish you had such amazing inspiration when you were designing your childhood treehouse, even if a few of them may have been out of your skill level. If you're watching this from a treehouse with Wi-Fi, go ahead and click the subscribe button to get the latest from the hub. If you're not in a treehouse, you can press it anyways. You might want to be in one after this video. Redwood's Treehouse. Since so many of us have access to the internet, phone books have gone rather out of vogue. In an effort to bring attention to their company, the Yellow Pages commissioned this incredible treehouse in Auckland, New Zealand. We aren't quite sure how using a ton of wood to create a giant treehouse is meant to make us forget the massive amount of paper used to create phone books, but we do have to admit that this treehouse is absolutely gorgeous. And they did at least try to make it as green as possible by having the Pacific Environments Architects Ltd. Design and build it. They described it accurately as a treehouse we all dreamed of as children, but could only do as an adult fantasy. It was designed to look like a chrysalis, although somebody might claim it looks more like an onion. Building it took only 66 days, and the vertical fins and slats are made from sustainably grown pine and poplar trees. It started out as a restaurant, but is currently available for private parties only. This magical tree pod can accommodate 30 guests seated at tables or 50 guests for a stand-up function. The Enchanted Forest. This treehouse in British Columbia is so beyond cool that it's transcended into magical. In fact, the whole forest it's located in is enchanted. The Enchanted Forest started out as a pet project, but eventually became a place where visitors can step into the homes of many beloved fairy tale characters. This magical place is located in a beautiful old-growth forest near the Monashee Mountains. During your visit, you'll see over 350 folk art figurines on the forest trail, but the most amazing feature is this 3-story treehouse. It rises 50 feet into the forest canopy and is currently British Columbia's tallest treehouse. If you're not scared of heights, take a walk through this incredible treehouse on one of the tours. Or if you're feeling a little more brave, the park also features treetop rope courses as well as a massive climbing wall. This enchanted forest makes it possible for you to have an amazing day despite spending a minimal amount of time on the ground. Should you decide to come back to Earth, we recommend the Skyfall, which involves base jumping off a nearly 40-foot drop. You might find yourself praying to your fairy godmother if you try it. Tree Hotel. If you're looking to see as many thrilling tree houses as possible on your trip, the Tree Hotel in northern Sweden has you covered. Each of their tree houses features a contemporary design presented to you in the middle of otherwise unspoiled nature. You can relax and enjoy nature while staying somewhere truly extraordinary and enjoying modern comforts. If you're looking to blend in, try the Mirror Cube, although you might have a bit of trouble finding it. The base consists of an aluminum frame, and all the outside walls are covered in reflective glass. You can watch confused birds fly into the sides from your rooftop terrace. But if you're a fan of our feathered friends, never fear. You can spend a night in the Bird's Nest treehouse. While the inside is a sleek, modern design, the outside looks like it's made of enough branches to make any bird happy. For more out-of-this-world experiences, try the UFO treehouse. It looks like an alien spaceship crash-landed amongst the trees. Inside, the linens and decor is space and alien themed, which leads to the otherworldly feel of this treehouse. When you open the door up in the evening, it'll even look like the mothership is beaming you up. Ford Treehouse. Speaking of tree houses that look like unusual objects, this treehouse near Lake Muskoka in Ontario, Canada, closely resembles a giant Japanese lantern. When night falls and the treehouse turns on its interior lights, it even glows like a lantern set among the trees. This treehouse is quite the sight to anyone taking an evening stroll in the woods. It was designed by Lukáš Kos, who set out to create a dwelling that would have minimal impact on the surrounding forest, and the trees in particular. He designed a 2-ton lattice frame structure, which is suspended 20 feet above the forest floor using steel cables. The treehouse is 3 stories tall, and the layout was inspired by a traditional Muskoka balloon frame. Each of the 4 base trees has only a single puncture hole in its trunk. Attached to each hole is a steel cable that anchors the treehouse in place. Kos even consulted an arborist in order to minimize the effects of the structure on the trees. If you want to enter this amazing structure, you'll need to ascend on a rolling staircase. Once inside, you'll be treated to spectacular views of the surrounding forest, and you'll be able to feel a wonderful breeze blowing across the entire house. The Minister's Treehouse. We're all guilty of procrastinating on our projects. We work on a small portion, and then we promise ourselves we'll finish the rest later. This is how landscaper Horace Burgess came to create the world's largest treehouse. In the early 1990s, Burgess did buckle down for a couple of years, building his treehouse on the outskirts of Crossville, Tennessee. Then eventually, life got in the way, and he took a sabbatical from his massive undertaking. Although we generally only complete our halfway finished projects with several increasingly less than gentle reminders, Burgess claims that he had divine intervention regarding his task. He became a minister and surrendered his life to God, who is apparently big on treehouses. Maybe he decided to follow up Noah's boat with something a little more whimsical, so we went with a treehouse instead. After 11 years of hard labor, this gigantic structure stretches out across 7 large trees that grow out of its floors and windows. Since it was built piece by piece with no blueprints, there's no way of knowing its exact dimensions, although Burgess estimates it's around 10,000 square feet. Climb the winding staircases and look through dozens of rooms. There's even a chapel complete with basketball hoop. Attending church service in a treehouse would already be awesome, but being able to pray for the power to nail a slam dunk in the church after the service would be even better. Free Spirit Spheres. These spherical tree houses located in the Pacific Northwest are truly one of a kind. They combine a quirky dwelling with picturesque surroundings, with many modern conveniences and comforts. This hideaway on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, is perfect for travelers who don't want to get away from it all, but just want to get away from most of it, while still having a decent Wi-Fi signal. You'll be able to relax in a truly unique treehouse in a coastal rainforest. There are 3 different treetop spheres to choose from: Eve, Erin, and Melody. Eve can be found atop the branches in a cedar and maple grove, and is the first handcrafted sphere of the 3, and the most basic in terms of luxuries. Although all 3 treehouses do have built-in speakers, in case the quiet sounds of nature are a bit much for you. Slightly bigger than Eve is Erin, who is made from Sitka spruce and can be found suspended from cedar and fir trees. The newest sphere is Melody, which has a vibrant yellow exterior featuring an eye-catching mural. This treehouse is a favorite accommodation of musicians and artists. The open layout and gorgeous scenery are perfect for guests interested in pursuing creative endeavors while traveling. Leaf House. We could spend an entire video raving about the incredible treehouses created by designer and builder Dustin Feeder. His company, O2 Treehouses, aims to inspire people to exist more seamlessly with nature. His designs have received international recognition, and he's been featured in many publications and on many television shows. And it all started with the Leaf House. This geodesic structure was built 50 feet off the ground in the branches of a poplar located in Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Because of its unique dome shape, it's known by many as the floating lantern. It creates a remarkable glowing silhouette when it's lit up against the night sky. Although it only weighs 1,200 pounds, this small structure has a big impact when you see it. Aluminum struts are credited with keeping the frame light, and in an effort to be eco-friendly, the flooring, canopy, and basket lift are all made from recycled plastics. This treehouse is the perfect blend of form and function. It almost looks like a sculpture, yet it is perfectly livable inside, and even exists with a minimum of environmental impact. In total, the Leaf House is 13 feet in diameter, 10 feet high at its tallest point, and is 100 square feet. Finca Bella Vista. What's better than one amazing treehouse? An entire village of them. When Erica Andrews and Mateo Hogan visited the incredible 62-acre property in Costa Rica, they knew that they had found something truly special. They wanted to create a comfortable place where humans could peacefully coexist with the animals that live in the rainforest. Over a decade later, their dream came true, and Finca Bella Vista is an off-the-grid slice of paradise, where people can traverse the treetops with remarkable ease. You can travel from treehouse to treehouse via an extensive network of suspension bridges that will take you all over the property. Or if you prefer, you can choose to zipline above the canopy. When it's time to turn in, choose from many different models of treehouses. If you're not afraid of a hike, you can spend the night in the Fila Tortuga, which features 2 balconies and an outdoor hot water shower. A little higher up in the trees is the El Castillo Mastate, which features a master bedroom, full-size futon, and 2 balconies. If you need some extra space, the Casa del Mono is 2 stories, the uppermost of which is a studio bedroom complete with workspace and a full-size bed. Hotel Costa Verde. By the time most of us arrive at our vacation destination, we are ready to get out of the airport and never see another plane again for the duration of our trip. Unless, of course, you're headed to the Hotel Costa Verde in the Costa Rica's coastal rainforest. This hotel boasts 3 cliffside pools and sun decks, which are nice, but are not as cool as the treehouse. It's made from a defunct Boeing 727 airplane that was originally manufactured in 1965. The plane was salvaged from the San Jose airport, and it took 5 big rigs to bring it this deep into the jungle, where it underwent extensive remodeling. In its new position perched high in the trees, it offers panoramic views of both the ocean and jungle surroundings. The inside has been completely redone, with hand-carved furniture, teak paneling, and 2 separate bedrooms, each with their own private bathroom. You can sit out on one of the 2 private balconies, one on each wing of the plane, and observe the local wildlife. Other luxury features include a private entrance up a river rock and 360 degrees of surrounding gardens. It's strange to think of a salvaged plane being a gorgeous place to spend an evening, but this former plane is truly a first-class treehouse. Tea House Tetsu. At first glance, the Tea House Tetsu may appear to be a mystical place straight out of an anime. This quaint treehouse wouldn't seem out of place in a fairy tale, and it's surrounded by beautiful cherry blossoms. But this treehouse is absolutely real, and it's located in Hokuto, Japan. Architect Terunobu Fujimori built it in a single cypress tree for the Kiyoharu Shikakaba Museum. Fujimori believes that a building should not resemble anyone else's buildings, past or present. He also specializes in using mostly natural materials such as wood and stone. As you can see, he combined all of his talents and beliefs into this single creation. It's meant to function as an authentic Japanese tea room, and it's designed specifically for observing the cherry blossoms when they reach their full bloom. Despite its single tree base, this building is sturdy enough to sway with the tree even through storms and earthquakes. While the outside of the treehouse is pure fantasy, the inside is quite modern and functional, albeit simplistic. Tucked away in this gorgeous treehouse, you'll be able to watch the cherry blossoms from the large windows as you sip contentedly on your favorite tea. These cool treehouses are so amazing, you may feel as if your feet are off the ground before you even start to climb one. These treetop dwellings aren't for the faint of heart, but if you have a love of adventure and don't have a fear of heights, they're perfect items for your bucket list. Tell us about your dream treehouse in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing vacation destinations from the Hub. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.